As you know, many people they have realized the importance of this language and they are learning this language. So you
Told me from where are you?
oh sorry, I forget to tell I'm from Punjab. Basically, I was born in UP, brought up here in Punjab. Simultaneously, not preparing for any exam or any competitive exam. I'm just trying to evolve myself like college life. I'm just focusing on like focusing on teaching how.
I started in 2021, 2021, uh, I think, and I think 4 years is ongoing. So it's very hard time in this field. Thank you. I'm fine.
Okay, that's great. So what's going on?
Nothing, just talking to the different people, just like you.
That's great. Great. So, could you tell me yourself a bit more so that I can know you?
Of course, why not? So my name is Satya, and I'm from Aurangabad, Bihar. Recently, I am doing master in English. I'm an English teacher. I have my offline institute in my district, and I am fond of watching movies. This is my short introduction.
Oh, that's great. So, do I need to introduce myself?
Yeah, of course. I want to know about you.
Okay. At present, I'm a teacher. I teach in a college level, graduation students. Recently, I got this job and I'm really very over the moon. And if I talk about my qualification, I'm a graduated in English literature as well as I appeared IELTS. In IELTS, I got over 6 bands. Yeah, in my free time, sometimes I do dance, or most of the time, I try to interact with people so that I can increase my knowledge, or I just want to be fluent in language. And today, I took one book from the library so that I want to just fall in the reading. I want to develop the habit of reading because reading is quite essential. So now I want to read that book, How to Win People and Influence People. So this is my book, and so, yeah, this is about myself.
Okay. Thank you. So as you told, you are a teacher,
Yes.
and you did graduation from English. Your, you know, your honors was English.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yes. I
So could you
with
tell
my
me? Could you tell? Mhm. Could you
yeah.
tell me
Please.
the future of English?
Future of English, according my point of view, as you know, many people they have realized the importance of this language and they are learning this language. So you can assume yourself the importance of language everywhere. Everywhere people are demanding English language. Even you go for a short interview, when you go for a small interview, the first thing they will
Mhm.
ask, tell me about yourself in English, right?
Yeah.
And not only academic purpose, English
Mhm.
is important for various purposes in terms of traveling, in terms of going abroad, in terms of like you are suppose now we want to read books, right? And those books which are in English. So if you know English, so easier you will understand the right what the writer is saying in that book. You can easily understand. You can read books, newspaper, articles, magazines if you have an
Mhm.
interest in English. So if you know English, it makes your life easier.
Yeah, as you mentioned, all are very informative for the beginners who are developing their English communication skill.
So you told me you are teaching offline, right? So now, how are you teaching? What do you think? Like how you can assess the level of your like students? How I
Mhm.
like what methods or techniques which you are following to teach them so that they can understand?
Yeah, of course. So I teach in offline batches, and mostly I teach English speaking, English spoken. So yeah, the student who come to my coaching, they belong to Hindi medium background and they come to village. So in most of the cases, their English background is big. So when they came, when they come, so firstly, I focus to uh, read out the book because they are not able to read out the book, and their pronunciation is also not as a good level. So pronunciation is very important for them first of all, and reading is also a main part to enhance any language. So first of all, I focused on reading, and when they are able to read out the books, yeah, read out the sentences. So I focused to just like I tell them follow three techniques, just like imitating, shadowing, and one technique is also more important, practice. So as you know, we are not native speaker. So yeah, and if we don't know English, so we can imitate the native speaker, and after that we can do also practice like that. And shadowing practice when we listen audio, and it's just like as imitating when we listen first we listen audio, and we try to speak same like that.
Okay,
And
so
that,
I attentively listen your speech, like your articulation. So I just want to ask one question. You said, like, okay, so you tell me one thing. Do beginners need to listen native speakers?
yeah, if they will listen, then they will learn you can say good English, because yeah, we can also start by our you can say it's not need in initial phase to listen native speaker, because their pronunciation and their accent is different from us. So maybe in initial phase we are not able to speak like that, but when we reach out to that level, so we have to follow them.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, because once we just jump on native speakers' videos, it would be very difficult to analyze, understand why, because the accents is different, the
Mm,
pronunciation is different, and they speak very faster. You will not learn
mm,
even. Right? They speak very faster, so you will not able to grab their words. So if you are a
yeah.
beginner, in the first phase, you must pick up Indian,
Mm,
right? Indian
mm,
speech, which are easily to understand. Never, I
mm,
think beginners they should not focus on advanced vocabulary, because I have seen many students they just focus on advanced vocabulary, advanced vocabulary. No, just learn sentence formation with the like a
mm,
simple words, right? In the initial
yeah.
level you don't need to learn
Mhm.
many advanced and difficult words. Just learn with the simple, and like if they're beginners, they can also use Hindi to English translation, right? Because I
Mm,
followed, and I think many institute they do the same
mm,
technique, like Hindi to English, like the native. So this is a
mm,
great way. You are completely beginner. So yeah, this method, and yeah, the method which you also mentioned, these are also imitating and just thinking and
mm,
imaginary imagine whatever you are doing, what will you do, what you have done. So just think in your mind with little, like with small sentences, right? You don't need to use very big sentences. Just start with the minimum sentences, whatever you have that
mm.
time. So this way you can say start learning this language. That's
So you don't told me from where are you?
Oh, sorry, I forget to tell. I'm from Punjab. Basically, I was born in UP. I'm brought up here in
Mm,
Punjab. Simultaneously, I'm also running a YouTube channel with the name of Learn with Nishu.
mm. So you are from Punjab. Okay, so
Yes,
nowadays, for what you are preparing for?
I'm not preparing for any exam or any competitive exam. I'm just trying to evolve myself, like college life. I'm just focusing on like teacher, like focusing on teaching, how I can make their chapter easier, how can I explain the concept, like chapter because I'm just graduated. So you also need to prepare lesson to teach students. So nowadays I'm just preparing and making some my notes so that I can teach them like in a very decent manner. So these days I'm
Hmm.
nothing doing except talking and doing just this thing.
Okay. So, which background of a student you are teaching?
They are all from Punjabi medium, right? They don't know how to speak even single words. So today, like since I joined that school, I observed one thing, like they don't know how to speak, even they don't know the tenses, how use
Hmm.
tenses. So today, like not today, like yesterday, I made them understand if you don't know the
Hmm.
basis of English, so how will you write in your exam, right? I know, like if you cram, you may forget. If you learn by heart or with the understanding, so you the tenses will always like inculcate in your mind, right? So you will easily understand. So first, my first priority is to teach them a
Hmm.
tenses in a situation so
Hmm.
that they can make sentences. And today I just told them whenever you go home, watch some videos because I try to motivate them. Teaching like a like a teaching is a responsibility, not just teaching a
Hmm.
subject. Teacher means
Hmm.
to motivate student for their career, right? To motivate them when they don't understand anything and they want to learn something, so motivate them and try to know what they want, right? And I always keep asking my students, if is there anything which you don't understand, raise your voice, I am here, right? Don't
Hmm.
feel anything like shy or don't scared of me,
Hmm.
right? Don't need to be scared. I'm just a teacher, okay, just like you. So whenever you have any doubt and you don't understand, raise your voice and I'm here. I
Yeah,
try
of
to
course.
basic, like first my purpose is not only like textbook, like but
Hmm.
also spoken voice. I'm taking both the things parallel.
Yeah, yeah, good.
Hmm.
Okay.
So tell me, sir, what do you want to discuss? Do you have any topic for discussion? Also, spoken
Today,
teacher. So when did you start teaching offline?
it has been 3 years. I started in 2021, 2021, uh, I think, and I think 4 years is ongoing. So it's very hard time in this field.
Yes, yeah, means you have invested your